In this video, I'm going to show you how to control the measurements of the objects that you are drawing and how to check those measurements once you have drawn an object. So let's say I've built this house with a pitched roof, which is a rectangle which has been cut at the top, or a rectangular solid cut at the top. But I've made it by eye. By eye, this looks about right compared to this person right here. But I have no idea what size this actually is. So how do I control this? Well, in order to do that, I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to show you. So first of all, let us move down a little bit into a cleaner part of the workspace. And we're going to start from scratch. So camera, top view, so that I can draw my original rectangle. I'm going to start over here. Rectangle tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click once to start. Let's say I want my building to be 10 meters long and 4 meters wide. So I'm going to click my rectangle to start drawing it like we did before. And you will notice down in my, okay, let me do this for a minute. You will notice down here in the bottom right-hand corner, I have a little tab that says dimensions, and it tells me which dimensions I've just drawn. Right now, there's a few things we can learn from this. First of all, I'm working in a centimeter template. Secondly, the format that I'm using is centimeters, comma, something, something. So that means that if I want my one of my dimensions to be, what is it that we said, 10 meters, I would have to make it 1,000 centimeters. If I wanted it to make it 1.5 meters, I would have to write 150 centimeters. The second thing that we can see is that my length and width are separated by a semicolon. So if I want to get my measurements accurate, in this case, we said 10 meters by 4 meters, that is going to be 1,000 semicolon 4,000. That is what I need to, that's what I want to see here. So how do I do that? Well, actually, it's very simple. First, I start my rectangle. Then I start pulling away. I never can completely remember if the width comes before the length or the length before the width. And actually, depending on the way that I start drawing my rectangle, that can sometimes change. So what I always want to do is when I pull my rectangle in the right direction, and then I look at what it says in my bottom right-hand corner to see if I need to type in the width first or the length first. So in this case, I need to type the width in first, which is going to be 1,000, and then the length, which is going to be 400. Obviously, if you are working in a different template, you will have maybe not centimeters, maybe you will be working in meters or millimeters or inches. So you need to check which format you are using. And in some versions, it will be a comma for you and not a semicolon. So pay attention to the exact format that your version is using. But for me, we're going to have 1,000. So I type that in, semicolon, 400. And now I'm just going to press enter. And you will see that pressing enter is like clicking the second time. It's just going to complete my rectangle to the dimensions that I wanted. Let me show that again. Click once, start pulling, and then just type. I don't have to click into the box or anything like this. I just type 1,000 semicolon 400.